So there's your puzzle. When you get one of these fill in the blanks, and you just want to be careful because sometimes there's more than just 5 slots, okay? But if there's 5 slots like this, it says fill in using numbers 1 to 9. So that's what you have available. So that your average is 6, your median is 7, and the mode is 9. Start with this one, okay? Start with your median. Where does the median go? In the middle. Yeah. So you start with that one. So that one is checked off. You got 1 out of 3 marks already. What about the mode? What is the mode again? Appears most often, right? The most popular. So I need to have, if I were to put 2 9s there, now my mode is 9, correct? Why do I put them above the 7? Because remember, 7 is the middle of an arranged set, okay? So if mode is there, okay, I've got that taken care of. Check. 2 out of the 3 are done. The last one is your average. So what you need is this. You need to figure out what should all 5 of them add up to. So what we do is we go 6 times 5. We know that all of this needs to add up to 30. Okay, all 5 of them need to add up to 30, because if they add up to 30 and you divide it by 5, you would get your 6. Okay, so a little bit of backwards thinking here. What does this already add up to as is? This would be 18 plus 7, that adds up to 25. That means that this needs to add up to 5. Okay? So whatever 2 numbers you come up with here, it better add up to 5. So let's try here. 4 and 1. Okay, so you could try 4 and 1. You could try 2 and 3. We don't have 0 available to us, because we could have gone 0, 5 if that had been an option, but we don't. Okay. That is basically it. Those are your options. So either 1, 4 or 2, 3. Okay. And now, if you were to, right, just look at these numbers and you add it up, divide it by 5, because that's what your average is, you should get your average of 6. Median is 7, that's easily identifiable, and then the mode is 9 because it's up here. Okay? Try to use that reasoning. This is before the AC. We're going to have 2 chances to familiarize ourselves with it. Can you try to do this one on your own based on what I've just talked about? Knowing that you have numbers 1 to 20. Each slot can have numbers 1 to 20 in it. So try that. See if you can fulfill all of the requirements. Start with your median, go to your mode, and then fill in the rest as needed. Okay, so I'll give you a bit of time for that. Using numbers 1 to 20, fill in such that the average is 10, median is 11, mode is 5. Median is 11, so I'll start with that. My mode is 5. Since it's less than the median, I'll put it over here. Okay, so now my mode is 5. So that's check, that's check. Average is 10. Since there's 5 values, I'm going to multiply that by 5 to give me a sum of 50. That's what I need. I need a sum of 50. So you know that all of this, all 5 of them add up to 50. We know that this is 10 plus 11, that's 21. Okay, so this has to be 29. It has to be. You basically go 50 minus 21 to get that. Okay, subtract. So here you've got options. You have 1 to 20 to use here. So you could use, some students might say 9 and 20. Is that okay to use 9 and 20? The answer is no, because 9 has to be below the median. Okay, so 9 and 20 doesn't work. You could do 14 and 15. That's one option there for you. You could use 12 and 17. You could use 13 and 16. That's all I see. Anybody use something else? That's all I can see right now. So those are your options. So either 14, 15, 12, 17, 13, 16, okay? And so that's how you do it. That's how you get your full 5 marks. Let's do the next 3 marks, not 5 marks, 3 marks. Let's do this one. This one has, it's a little faint, okay? But there's another slot here to fill in. There's 6. Your median is 11. How would you do that? If your median is 11, you can't just have one number to be the middle. There has to be, right? We find the middle, the average of these two here, because it's an even number of values. So what you can do is you can go 10 and 12. 10 and 12, right? The middle between these two is 11. So that's how you check off your median. Your mode is 5. So I'm going to go 5 and 5 here. Check. Now I need to find the rest. Average is supposed to be 10. So if I go times 6, I have a sum of 60. That's what I'm looking for. So I know that all of this, all 6 of them add up to 60 for me to get the average right. This is 10, another 10 is 20, another 12 is 32. This is 32, which means this is 28. And you can think of 2 numbers, 1 to 20 we have. So let's see here. Can I use 14, 14? You cannot use 14, 14 because now you would have 2 modes, 5 and 14. So 14, 14 is out of the question. You can use 13, 15. You can use 12, 16. You can use 11, 17. Any combo that gives you 28, but not 14, 14, okay? You cannot use 14, 14 because then you would have another mode, and this question doesn't say we have 2 modes, you just have 1 mode. So 5 has to be the most popular number. Okay, one more thing. The median is 11, so technically if you put 11 and 11 there, 11, 11, that would still give you a median of 11, right? If these are the same, then that is your median. The problem is then you would have a mode of 5 and a mode of 11. So that is also something you cannot, in this case, it would not fly, okay? Over the last couple of years, there have been several of these puzzles under this unit. So that's why I'm referring to them, and you're probably going to see quite a few of them in the ACs that you're about to get, okay? So I'm going to stop this here.